Hi, Gemini. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. Let's see what's coming for love, what's going on in connections around you. It's a general reading for all my Geminis, so it may connect to some of you. It may not connect to some of you. If that's the case, just keep your eyes open for other uploads or check out your playlist. But welcome, everybody. Welcome back to my supporters. Thank you for your love and your guidance and your comments always. Welcome to anybody that's new. Spirit, I'm here with my Geminis today. Could you please share with me any messages that you want them to know, things that you want them to be thinking about, things that are important around them regarding their love energy? I am listening now. Kept selfies. Okay, they're taking selfies. They look at the selfies, pictures on their phone of you. I have a trickster. Okay. I have returning. Returning, that came into me as returning with apologies. Okay. Coming forward with some kind of apology, coming forward with, I don't know, just coming back somehow. And I have, there was a distance. Okay, so this could be a reconciliation. This could be somebody who's trying to get you back, win you back. That's my first feelings. Let's just see where we're headed. Let's get the cards on the table. But we could have a reconciliation happening. Somebody's trying to return. Somebody's tired. Either, they were playing games and the games got old and new rules. New rules. We're going to try something else, right? I have a judgment card. I have a page of cups. Yeah, there's my apology. 3 of wands. And I have the sun. This is somebody who wants to start over in some way. Okay. Either they want to start over, come back again, win you back, I'm sorry's, all of those things are happening around me. So this page, it's almost a epiphany moment where they say, I realize that I really truly have feelings for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry I said what I said. I won't do it again. Sometimes sorries are accepted and sometimes sorries aren't. It depends on what they did. If they've just been, neglecting you in some way, they haven't been calling back, they've been, taking you for granted, they've been treating you poorly, and you're thinking about, well, what about me? What about my future? Maybe they're saying, I want to think ahead. I really do want to be with you. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for the way I treated you. And maybe they're very sincere, Spirit just said, So this could be a sense of, I'll give you a second chance. Let's see what happens. Let's see where we're headed. So sometimes things happen, especially in the beginning of relationships. Sometimes people kind of blow it in those first couple of dates. And then they realize that you guys actually were a good connection and they should give it a better chance. They should put more time into it, something like that. I'll keep pushing through even when times get cold. So somebody that came into me as the cold shoulder. Maybe you've given them the cold shoulder. Maybe they're going to keep trying to warm you up, trying to break through again, something like that. Follow the connection to the organic flow. Yeah. If this connection is meant to be, it will naturally flow back together. It will come back together organically. It absolutely will. So, you have to listen to their words, Spirit just said, and look at their actions. So, words have meaning and then actions have meaning. So listen carefully to what they're saying. I see myself having children with you. So maybe this person has really had an epiphany moment where you might not want to have children, but it could be as simple as, I want to build a life with you. I want to have a future with you. Or, maybe you have children already and be a combined family, something like that. But I'm seeing a future with you is more what I'm feeling. You brought true balance into my life. You know, like we are either came into me as like two peas in a pod. So maybe that is what was hurtful. Like we really were a good connection. And then all of a sudden things started to go south for whatever reason. They weren't calling, they weren't returning calls. There were days in between, you know, them responding to you. And it makes you feel like you're unwanted, makes you feel like you're not that important to them. So at some point you just say, I don't want to do this. And then I think they kind of, I don't know, got shook up and said, you know what, I'm probably going to lose this person. I better step to the plate. I better start showing my face. I better start being in this relationship. Okay. So there's something going on. Nine of Cups. An awakening. There's my Judgment again. Okay, so a couple Judgments cards. Yeah, like something is opened up inside of them. They've either realized this is a good connection, they realize that you're good for them. There's a sense of balance in this connection. And I have the World starting over. For every ending, there's a new beginning. Definitely this feeling of, I realize that when I'm with you, I'm in a better place. All right. Either you help balance them, you calm them down. They like talking to you, Spirit just said. They want to listen to you. They miss you. So when they're not with you, they missed you. So that was probably the first clue to them that this is a great connection. I don't know what the moment in time was that they realized that they don't want to lose you, and they kind of came back after you and said, I don't want this to go away. I don't want you to pull away. I know that you're mad at me. I know that you're tired of kind of these games that I've been playing, and I don't want to do this anymore. But whatever has happened, they've definitely opened up again. Look at, it's like this little baby window into this world. I don't know, opening up your heart. Also, I still have feelings. That Page of Cups is coming into me very much as apologies, like from my heart. I have an Emperor. Now, this is a little bit of them admitting their faults, them admitting either, you know what, I was selfish. I haven't been giving you time. I've been taking you for granted. You know, like I feel like they're strong enough as a person to step forward and admit when they were wrong, which I'm going to give them a lot of credit for, because a lot of people won't do that. A lot of people won't say, like, I realize that I'm really at fault here, or I realize that I overreacted in a situation, or I let my ego take over, something along those lines. So I do feel like that Emperor is pretty strong in their convictions and pretty strong in saying their piece, but I do feel like it is a sincere words. A Muse of material. So this is an extra card in this deck. So the Muse is, you know, you're my muse. You help me. You balance me. You can see that we're balancing each other on this kind of bridge. And then you can see that we're walking straight on this path. It's like, I need you on this path with me. You know, that's kind of how it's coming into me. Like, I really want you on this path with me. I don't know what's ahead of us. You can see this beautiful bright light ahead of us. But I know that the one thing I know is that you do balance me, and I want you on this path. I want you on this journey with me still. So I don't know whether you officially had, you know, ended things, or whether this was just kind of a bump in the road. But it's kind of giving you a new perspective on the relationship, that, you know, it's not all about them. Okay, you're in this relationship too, and your feelings matter. How they treat you matters, and if you're not being treated fairly or honestly or justly, then it isn't balanced. You know, and maybe that's what was happening, and maybe they're stepping to the plate and saying, you know what, everything you said to me is true. Everything is I took to heart, and I honestly and sincerely want to be in a relationship with you still, so I think that's what's going on. Let's see what their feelings are. I know that I know that there is something special about you. So there's something very special about you that they don't want to let go. Maybe the thought of losing you was enough for them to realize how special you are. You're truly my best friend. The sense of I love to talk to you. You calm me down. You're the person I want to hang out with. You're the person that makes me laugh. So having your partner, your lover being your best friend is so important. Wear something edible the next time we're alone. So a little bit of trying to break the ice, a little bit of a, do you still want me? I'm still attracted to you. A little bit of a, can't we just go get back to being, having fun and the playfulness that we enjoy, something like that. Let's grow together. This was a learning curve. This was a learning curve. This was either somebody pushing each other away because the other one was feeling like they're not getting out of this relationship what they need. And then the other one finally stepping up and saying, yeah, I was wrong, and I'm not willing to risk losing you over it. So this is a learning experience. It's a growing experience, which is healthy in a good relationship. So even though it was hurtful or painful, it's okay as long as we are talking and moving on. Where should our next adventure be? So it's definitely a feeling of we're reconnecting. It's definitely a feeling of let's just pick up where we left off and let's just keep this adventure going. So it's a very positive energy. Sometimes I get nervous when I think about how much I love you. Again, the sense of, I really thought I had lost you this time. I really thought that I screwed up. I messed up. I sometimes people really learn their lessons, especially if you push them away or you said, I'm not doing this anymore, or you need to treat me more fairly, or you don't even realize how good I am to you. And then this is how you treat me, something like that. But I think they do realize it now. I think they do realize how good you are to them. Knight of Swords. Yeah. This sense of, I don't know, a little bit of a fighting energy, this tiger in me. Like, we're going to go through ups and downs. We're going to go through things in this relationship. It's how we get to the other side. It's how we resolve conflicts. It's how we talk things out. It's how we kiss and make up. It's kind of what's going on. An Emperor again. They're standing strong in their convictions. Their intentions are pure. Okay. They're no longer playing games. They're not interested in head games. They're not interested in confusing you. They want you to know that this is going to, they're going to try harder. I know that kind of sounds selfish, not even selfish, but immature. Like, I'm going to try harder now, but they're going to try harder. They're going to try to change. An Eight of Cups, just this look at, I got my arms around all of these feelings. My energy has shifted. I'm trying to get my arms around everything that's been going on around us. We have a lot of mixed feelings, a lot of, you said this, they said this, and, how do I know what to believe? How do I know what to trust? I want you to trust the Emperor that you fell in love with. All right. I want you to trust that, people make mistakes. People don't think sometimes, as long as we can talk it through. A Queen of Pentacles. As long as you feel like I am being treated fairly, I feel secure. I want to take care. I want you to be loyal to me. I want you to trust me. All of those things. So somebody's really going out of their way to bottom of the deck. Thank you, Spirit. Maybe we needed to hear that. This is a connection. This is I want you back. I want you back. There's this sense of, I don't want to live without you. I felt what it looked, even if it was just a short period of time. It could be even just, you gave them a cold shoulder for a day. It was enough for them to say, ooh, I didn't like that. That hurt. I don't like feeling that feeling. And then they just say, you know what, we're going to work at this. We're going to try harder. And, I don't know, they come to their senses, I guess. They come to their senses that your feelings matter. Your feelings matter. I can't get enough of you. Um, yeah, I mean, my lover's card is that sense, right? It's that sense of, sometimes when we're away from each other, even if it's just a short period of time, it reminds us that you're the one I want to be with. You're the one I want to put my arms around. You're the one that I literally can't get enough of. And it has nothing to do with being sexual together. It's you're the person I want to talk to. You're the person that when something good happens in my life, I want to pick up the phone and call. You're the person that I want to talk to if something's happening in my day, with my family, anything. You are the love of my life. So this person's coming to the realization they really don't want to live without you. I hold back because I don't want to be hurt. So maybe that's what this was all about. Maybe there was some conversations about, I need you to be open with me. I need you to communicate more. I need you to be there for me more. And maybe we just had to have that kind of heart-to-heart conversation. I feel like I have known you forever. Yeah, this is a soul connection of some kind, that sense of, you're my best friend, you're my partner, you're my lover, you're my everything, Spirit just said. I've never felt this way before. That's beautiful. And one more of these. I'm sorry for hurting you. Please forgive me. That is exactly what happened. All right. I'm sorry I hurt you. Please forgive me. I still love you. All right. And there are times in our lives that we absolutely say, yes, I accept your apology. I understand, and then you just say, don't do it again. Like, don't ever hurt me again like that. So there's times that we accept that apology, and which is, I think that this is what this whole reading was like. Somebody is really, truly sorry for their behavior lately. And I think their apologies are genuine. I think their apologies are sincere. And I think that this is the one time that we're able to say, I accept your apologies. Let's move forward. Let's continue this adventure together. How beautiful. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you're new to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd love to have you join us. Thank you always to my Geminis for all of your love and support, your comments. I really appreciate them. And if anyone would like to book a one-on-one reading, a private reading with me, you can check out my website at KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com.